More now, and our top story, the death of North Korean leader Kim Jong-il. The Australian Foreign Minister Kevin Rudd is urging caution and restraint given the uncertainty in the highly militarised region.
What I'm concerned about as the Foreign Minister of this country is that strategic stability is maintained in a very difficult and tense period which lies ahead. Let us remember that this is the single most armed militarily zone anywhere in the world. You have a standing army on the North Korean side of the border of some hundreds of thousands of troops, and similarly on the southern side of the border. Anyone who is familiar with the concentration of military hardware in that zone will know the absolute importance of maintaining calm and restraint at this time of critical leadership transition.
The Foreign Minister Kevin Rudd there. For more, Melissa Clark joins us from Canberra. Melissa, good morning. The Australian government obviously monitoring events in North Korea extremely closely.
And we have two main points there from the Foreign Minister, Kevin Rudd. Not only is he urging caution and restraint from all nations, not only from North Korea, but neighbours in South Korea, China and Japan, as well as countries like Australia and the US. He's warning them that these will be difficult times. There will be a lot of uncertainty just because of the secretive nature of the North Korean regime, and that there may well be some confusion in the days and weeks ahead. But he is warning everyone to be calm and be cautious and not to make a rash decision. So certainly trying to lower any temperature there. But the other message we're getting from the federal government is that they see this as an opportunity for North Korea to re-engage with the international community. They see the leadership changeover as a new chance for some talks to resume and for perhaps relationships to change in some way. Now that's unlikely to happen immediately, but clearly Kevin Rudd is eyeing here what he sees as a potential for a change in relations or a change in the nature of relations for North Korea and the rest of the world. Certainly that's what many observers are hoping, given some of the dire situations that are faced by the population in North Korea.
OK, on another issue, and it didn't take long, but the political skirmish over the sinking of that asylum seeker boat is well and truly underway.
It certainly has, and this is even as events are still unfolding. We have had more people rescued from an island that were part of that crash, and there are still more than 100 missing, and there seems now little chance that those people will be found alive. But the political fight is well and truly underway. The government has told us that there is active discussion going on between the Immigration Minister Chris Bowen and his opposition counterpart Scott Morrison, yet neither side is willing to back down at this point. They're sticking to their key tenets, and that is the federal government wants the Malaysia solution. That is an exchange with a regional partner as a way forward. The opposition is insisting on its path, which is a detention centre on Nauru, temporary protection visas, and having a policy of turning boats around where possible. And neither side is giving ground. So the opposition spokesman Scott Morrison told the 7:30 program last night that really it's up to the government now to put some kind of concrete proposal on the table for the opposition to consider.
It is really incumbent on a government not to talk about working together, but to actually do something concrete to achieve that by putting things on the table, which the government refuses to do. So I say to Mr Bowen, I say to the Prime Minister, if you have a concrete proposal to put on the table, then put it on the table.
Scott Morrison on 7:30 last night. At the same time, Melissa, the Greens and the Labor left are strongly advocating that onshore processing maintain.
They're trying to shore up that current system because this is what they had been pushing for a long time, and ended up with this as a result by default, by the fact that the government and the coalition couldn't come to an agreement. So they're now trying to protect the system of onshore processing, that is getting people into detention centres and in a lot of cases moved out quickly onto bridging visas so they can live into the community, and hoping that system will remain. So the political fight over this hasn't really changed. All the players are still in exactly the same point, even though the circumstances surrounding it, that is the people who are coming or people who want to come, their situation certainly is changing.
OK, Melissa Clark in Canberra, we'll leave it there. Thank you.